Welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is February 8th, and that means day 39 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we're going to show you how I printed out Frank the Hotdog Vendor, so stick around. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 39 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're unfamiliar with the project, check out the description below. I put a fact section down at the bottom that'll give you all the details. But on today's episode, we printed out Frank the Hotdog Vendor from MakerBot. And for this print, we use MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of gray on our all-new gMax 1.5 XT Plus. As I continue to print out some of the little figures from the Around Town collection, today I decided it was time to print out Frank the Hotdog Vendor. And this is a great little figure with a lot of details, so this is a very good test print. And of course, our print turned out pretty amazing. So let's head over to Thingiverse and I'll show you where to download the model. Then we'll tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Then we'll fire up some of that time-lapse footage and I'll meet you guys back here at the workbench. Alright, so here we are at Thingiverse. Here is Frank by MakerBot. And it should be really Frank the Hotdog Vendor, but it's Frank. And I'll put the link down in the description so you can download and print this yourself. And of course, this is part of the Around Town collection, and we've already printed ours. So let's tab over to Simplify 3D and I'll show you my settings for this print. Alright, so here we are in Simplify 3D, and I've dropped the model down on the print bed at 100%, and there's a lot of little detail here on Frank, so let me show you my process settings. Under layer height, we did a 0.16mm layer height with 3 top and bottom solid layers and 3 perimeters. We also ran a brim by entering 0 and the skirt offset at 4 outlines. We ran 15% infill on this little model, and no support. For temperature, this is MatterHackers PRO PLA, so our temperatures are 203 and 206. For cooling, we have a 3-stage cooling system set up. And under speed, we ran this out at 45 millimeters per second. So let's hit OK, and let's hit Prepare to Print, and I'll show you how it's sliced. Okay, so there's our finished slice, so let me play this through so you can see how it prints. And of course, we have the little MakerBot emblem on the bottom as usual. And let's speed this up, we don't have to see this in slow motion. And there is a lot of detail on here. We have his apron, his little hands, and he's holding a little hot dog. And of course, we'll get up to his cute little face with his little mustache. So let's drag this down to the end. And we have a cool little baseball cap on top. So let's fire up some of that time-lapse footage, and I'll meet you guys back over at the workbench and we'll talk about the print. Okay, so that was a cool little bit of time-lapse footage, and here is Frank the Hotdog Vendor, and I'll put some close-ups in at the end like I always do. But this one turned out amazing. This almost looks injection molded, I kid you not. You'll see in the close-ups. Every little detail on this print turned out perfect. From his hat, to his face, to his hot dog, to his apron. Even the little fingernails on his hands turned out awesome. The little tie on the back of his apron is printed out perfectly. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this print. And of course, that MatterHackers PRO PLA in the color of gray was a perfect choice for this, and my gMax 1.5 XT Plus picked up all that detail. Well, that about wraps it up for day 39 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you found this episode interesting and informative. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and join me again tomorrow for the very next episode of the 3DP 365 project. This print turned out amazing. I am so impressed with the gMax and its print quality.